Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Scorpio, July 6, 2025. Venus heads into your solar house today, making it a good time to process recent events and current feelings. Until the 30th, benefits come from paying more attention to the hidden elements and patterns of your interactions. You can be looking at your life, feelings, and relationships in a new light during this cycle. It's a time for checking in with your deeper feelings about a matter or a person. The introspection you do now can be constructive for July 30th onward, when Venus will spend time in your sign, and you're likely to feel refreshed and ready to turn over a whole new leaf in your romantic or social life. Until then, love may be private, undercover, or confusing. It's a great time to enjoy some privacy, hidden pleasures, or personal time. Today, you're likely to see meaningful connections that allow you to solve problems and discover reasons and motivations for your behavior, as well as others. You don't tend to be the most spontaneous zodiac sign of the bunch. With the crab as your symbol, you tend to be timid rather than impulsive as you assess the landscape and sink into your shell if things ever get a bit messy. Unfortunately, today and tomorrow are bringing rocky energy to all relationships, especially romantically. In fact, one of your friends or someone in your network may be acting a bit chaotic and wild, which in itself leaves you feeling defensive about your personal and intimate life. If this is the case, let them know you don't want any of their funny business. With Venus and Uranus in an exact conjunction, shockwaves will be felt. You're grounded and drawing energy from the depths of your core, fueling your creative side and finding greater productivity. Try to incorporate new attitudes or styles in your daily routine. When sleep is good, so is the rest of life, generally speaking. Every now and then we need to adjust our sleeping habits consciously so that we are ensured of good rest. You may need a new bed. You may need new pillows or sheets or something warmer or something cooler. Strive to perfect your sleeping area. Everything should be as you like it. This is one area of life that should not be economized. Rest is paramount. While this day is certain to be a top performance day for you, take care when dealing with others. You may notice that your stubborn streak is much stronger than usual. Even if you don't, others just might if you come across as inflexible. This day, in the energy of your own essence, is best spent working on all the things you want to see accomplished. This applies to the work scene as well as the home base. Keep busy and avoid making important decisions for a day or two. The last thing the moon will do before leaving your home and family sector today is clash with the last two of the 5 planets in your career sector it was going to clash with as it moved through, and the timing couldn't be better. While this is putting your work and life balance under pressure, not only are the stars set to lean heavily towards the playful, creative and adventurous side of life's fence from tomorrow, but in his last full day in direct motion in your career sector, Neptune has come to a standstill. While next week will get off to an empowered start on the income, work and career fronts, with the weekend to be embraced between now and then. While the moon has returned for its ordinary monthly visit to your romantic sector, this not only sets the scene for a romantically charged weekend, but with a sense of romantic nostalgia set to deepen over the coming days. In the asteroid Juno's final days in retrograde motion before turning direct next week, this was always going to amplify a sense of romantic nostalgia. However, just as Venus, the planet of love, is returning to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart tomorrow to take your heart on a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. Scorpio, inner transformation may not be visible, it's real. Quote of the day: what changes in silence often reshapes everything. Color: midnight plum, introspective and strong. Lucky numbers: 4, 8, 20. Don't rush to explain your process. Trust that what you're shedding internally will make sense later on. Our eyes in the sky. For July 6, 2025, the energy of the day unfolds through the card Strength, the Star, 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and 2 of Wands, a deeply affirming and quietly powerful combination that speaks of inner resilience, creative vision, heartfelt intention, and steady growth towards something meaningful. It's a day that whispers encouragement rather than shouting it, and one that invites you to reflect on how you nurture both your inner world and your outer goals. Begin with strength, not the kind that dominates or forces, but the kind that softens, persists, and rises with quiet dignity. Think about the moments in life where you kept going, not because it was easy, but because something deep inside refused to give up. That's the energy today is calling you to honor. It may not be a loud victory, but it's in the way you show compassion to yourself, the way you hold steady in discomfort, or the way you respond to others with grace even when you're feeling wretched. This card reminds you that true courage is often gentle and rooted in love. From there, we're gifted with the star, a beacon of renewal, peace, and quiet hope. This is the after-the-storm kind of hope, the kind that starts as a flicker and grows with every step you take toward healing. It's about allowing yourself to imagine again, to wish again, even if something hurt recently. Think of how the sky clears just before dawn. The star is that moment. It asks you, what do you want to believe? In again? Whether you're tending to old dreams or daring to form new ones, today offers emotional clarity and a spiritual reset. It's a beautiful time for journaling, creating art, or simply sitting under the sky and remembering that your presence matters. Next, the Eight of Pentacles grounds us in the present and reminds us that transformation doesn't come overnight. It comes from consistent care, from showing up even when it feels small. This card shows a craftsman honing his skills, focused and deliberate, knowing that mastery is built through patience and love for the process. This is your reminder that whatever you're working on, whether it's a career goal, emotional growth, or something creative, every little step counts. Keep going. You're building something worthwhile, even if it's not visible to everyone yet. The emotional layer of the day comes from the Knight of Cups, a seeker of beauty, romance, and meaningful connection. This energy can show up as a gesture of affection, a heartfelt conversation, or a moment where your emotions lead the way instead of logic. It's an invitation to express how you feel, whether through words, movement, or acts of kindness. If someone comes to mind when you hear this, don't ignore that nudge. A message, an apology, a thank you. It could mean more than you know. The Knight reminds us that it's okay to lead with the heart, even when the world tells us to guard it. Lastly, the Two of Wands opens a window into possibility. This card suggests you're standing on the edge of something, a choice, a vision, a shift in how you move through life. It holds the energy of preparation, of mapping out where you want to go, and of asking bigger questions about purpose. You may not have all the answers today, but that's okay. What matters is that you're willing to look beyond the familiar and ask, what else is possible for me? What would happen if I allowed myself to dream a little bolder? Altogether, these cards create a beautifully balanced message. Inner strength fuels your healing, hope lights your path, steady effort builds your vision, heartfelt expression deepens your connection, and clear intention moves you toward new horizons. Today is not about rushing. It's about aligning. It's about honoring your capacity to endure, to create, to feel, and to envision something brighter.